What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome back for the last and final time to Spiritwish. If you guys have not heard the news, this game will be shutting down in the next couple of days on December the 16th. So in this video, let's go ahead and take one last look at the game that was Spiritwish. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is a game that was brought to you by Nexon. And if you guys have been tracking Nexon as of late, they have been shutting down quite a few properties. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of the financials of Spiritwish before we jump into the gameplay. So if you take a look at how Spiritwish performed last month, less than 5,000 downloads in the month of November, along with less than 5,000 revenue. Do keep in mind that number can be anything from $1 and one person to 5,000 people and $5,000. But either scenario, when it comes to, a game like this, under the umbrella of a large company like that of Nexon, numbers like this just aren't going to cut it. And Nexon still, even after shutting down so many games, they still have enough money to run this game if they chose to. Like, they can keep this game online for pretty much indefinitely, but for large companies like Nexon, they want to kind of trim that fat. They don't want to have a bunch of properties and a bunch of resources scattered amongst the company. They much rather trim some of that dead weight. That way they can put more emphasis on some of their newer upcoming properties, whatever that might be. You know what it is. So now with the shutdown of Spiritwish, I think Runway Story is on the way. We've already talked about Lynn the Lightbringer being shut down. So this is pretty much it. This is all of Nexon. Axe, Cartwriter, V4, Godzilla Defense Force, Maple Story M, and Darkness Rises. That is the entire Nexon catalog. I talked about this in a previous video. I think Godzilla Defense Force is probably next, but I do think Darkness Rises, Maple Story, Cartwriter, and Axe, as well as V4, are gonna hang on for a little while longer at the very least. So back to the actual core gameplay, you've pretty much been seeing it. Like, this is Spiritwish. I have a quest right over here to get 280 seeds here. So we're gonna go ahead and move our squad on over here to Salt Mines Floor 3. Since I came back to the game, I haven't seen a single other person. Not really surprising. To be honest, a lot of players that were playing this game pretty much jumped ship back in March, right? Most people knew that this game was pretty much done for back in March. And why that month is important is that was the month that the Korean version shut down. And actually, let's go ahead and pull that up while our squad is defeating some of these scorpions and trolls and whatnot to get some seeds. Let me kind of show you how it went down back in March. So here we are earlier this year in March. Here were the developer notes that went out, right? Greetings, adventurers. Spiritwish development team here to further develop our communication with our players and also share with you our plans for the road ahead. First, we would like to address the elephant in the room by announcing that the global service for Spiritwish will continue. We know that many of you have been worried about the future of the game due to the closing news of the Korean service. We are currently preparing a big update for April to provide our adventurers with the best experience possible. Notice, however, and I don't really have to tell people that are subscribed to this channel what's missing from that developer note, but notice they spoke nothing of future content beyond what was already developed in Korea. Right, that's the sticking point. That's like the most crucial part of this message. Spiritwish's home country is Korea. The Korean service has shut down. All of those developers have either been shuffled to new projects or have been laid off. Now, for everyone that's subscribed to this channel, you guys are veterans. Y'all know what that really means. You guys know how to read between the lines, but just in case, I'll translate that. What that means is that this game, when it comes to the global service, is on borrowed time, and all we're doing is just translating whatever was left in the Korean pipeline out to the global service until we get to a point where we have no more content left, and then we're going to shut down the game. We're going to collect as much money as we can in between time, and then once it gets to the point where we're all out of content, we're not going to hire developers. We're not going to try to relaunch the game. Like, that's not going to happen. That has never happened in the history of hero collectors. I have never, ever, ever seen an example of a game that shut down in its home region, continued service in global, exploded, started to print an absurd amount of money, and then the publisher said, yo, we need to rehire an all new development team because it's going down. That has never happened. It's never, ever happened. It's never going to happen, because if the game was good, it would have lasted in its home country. Like pretty much every single game that shuts down in its home country, no matter what success it sees in global, usually that success is temporary and it usually follows suit just like the game did in either Korea or Japan or Russia or China. No matter where the game was home regioned in, if it shut down there, it's usually not looking too good for the global audience. But that's pretty much all I really had to say about Spiritwish. I didn't really enjoy the game at all. I think on my tier list at the time, I had the game at like D or F. I had it pretty darn low. So me personally, I really didn't have a lot of fun with this game, and it seems as if a lot of you guys did not either. And it seems like a lot of these games that are predicated on the whole gameplay loop of just kind of just auto grinding, like Blade X Lord, like Spiritwish, things like that, they're not lasting anymore. Like the overall taste of the mobile gaming player base has shifted dramatically over the last few years. It's evolved extremely quickly, and a lot of these autoplay games that used to print money, they don't print money no more. They get shut down rather quickly. So hopefully we start seeing more and more better games as we move along here in 2021 and beyond, my we'll go ahead and fight this Dark Knight real quick. Let's see if we can beat him. Nope, this guy hits way too hard. He's already killed my healer. Well, that's gonna be GG. That's the way we're gonna go out. The last video of Spiritwish defeated. GG. So I'm out. Thank you guys a ton for watching. Once again, my name is FG3000. This was one last look at Spiritwish. Like I mentioned, the game will be shutting down on December the 16th. Actually, there's one more thing I wanted to do. I did like the fact that there was a side scroller gameplay view in the game as well. So here's like the side scrolling view. I thought this was actually kind of cool. That was about it. All right, guys. So I am out. I think I'm dying here too. I'm out. See you guys in the next video. Next shutdown. Lots more coming later.